The Iran deal is sitting on Trump's desk right now, waiting for his signature. Negotiators agree on 60-day ceasefire extension. The Strait of Hormuz would reopen, no tolls, unrestricted shipping, and nuclear talks begin immediately. But here is what nobody is telling you alongside that deal. This week, ships are still being attacked in the strait. Iran fired a ballistic missiles at Kuwait. The Chevron CEO went to Bloomberg TV today and said there still has been kinetic activities this week, some of which has been reported, some of which not. The deal is real, the power is still real, and one man's signature is the only thing between $90 oil and $70. What the 60-day deal actually says? Let me break down exactly what is in this deal, because Axios break it first and multiple US officials confirmed it. The deal is Memorandum of Understanding, and MOU is not a permanent peace deal. It is an agreement of keep talking. According to Axios, 2 US officials and a regional source involved in the mediation confirmed these are terms. First, the ceasefire extended for 60 days from the moment Trump signs. Second, the Strait of Hormuz reopens immediately with no fees or tolls charged to any ships. This was Trump's red line from day one. The deal delivers it. Number third, nuclear negotiations begin during the 60 days. Iran's 1,000 pounds of highly enriched uranium, what happened to it, gets discussed. But nothing is decided yet. Number fourth, no money changes hands. Trump specially said in a social media post from the Situation Room today, no money will be exchanged until further notice. Here is what is not in the deal. Iran does not give up on the uranium now. Iran does not dismantle its nuclear program now. Those are the topics for the next round of the talks. One US official described it perfectly. He said, this is an agreement to get everybody to the table. We will work out the details in negotiation. So the question is, does Trump sign? Why Trump hasn't signed yet? The deal was ready 3 days ago. According to NBC News, a senior Arab official directly involved in mediation told them both sides agreed on the outline 3 days ago. But both sides have been delaying finalizing it. On the US side, Trump went to Situation Room today. He posted his demands on social media directly from there. He wants 2 things logged in written before signing. 1. Iran must never have nuclear weapon. Number 2. The strait must be immediately open with 0 tolls. The first demand is the hard one. Iran will not sign a document saying it can never have a nuclear weapon. That is the strongest deterrent against military attack. Iran's position is, we will discuss the nuclear program during the 60 days. We will not agree to give it up before talks even start. On the Iran side, according to Al Jazeera, Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency said the text has not yet been finalized or confirmed publicly. Meanwhile, JD Vance said Thursday evening, I can't guarantee that we are going to get there, but the president will be in a position where he can endorse the agreement. But obviously, that's still TBD. Ships being attacked while deal is pending. This is the story that nobody is putting together. The deal is being negotiated, ships are being attacked at the same time. Chevron CEO Mike Wirth told Bloomberg TV today, and I want you to really hear this. There's still been kinetic activities this week, some of which has been reported in the media, some of which has not. We see risks very real still in that environment. Kinetic activity. This is the CEO's polite way to saying ships are being blown up. Chevron currently has 6 vessels stranded in the Persian Gulf. The company will not pay tolls to move them because paying Iran a toll to pass through international waters set a legal precedent that could last decades. At the same time, Iran fired a ballistic missile at Kuwait this week. US called it an egregious ceasefire violation. US forces shut down 5 Iranians attacked drone near the strait. They also struck an Iranian ground control station in Bandar Abbas that was about to launch a 6th drone. So the timeline this week looks like this. Monday, US conducts self-defense strikes on Iran missile sites. Wednesday, Iran fires missiles and drones. Thursday, Iran launches ballistic missiles at Kuwait. Friday, deal is sitting on a Trump's desk. CEO of Chevron says ships are being attacked. A deal and a war running simultaneously on the same waterway. According to Wikipedia's live tracking of the crisis, since February 28th, at least 17 merchant ships have been damaged, 7 have been abandoned, 2 have been captured, and 1500 ships are still standing in the Persian Gulf waiting for this deal to be signed. Who wins this deal, Iran or America? This is the most important question, and the most honest answer from the analysis I have read comes from Georgie Brew, a senior Iran and oil analyst at the Eurasia Group, who told MS Now Today, overall this is a victory for Iran, which endured over a month of bombing, closed the strait, kept it closed, and only agreed to reopen it via negotiated settlement with the United States. None of the stated war's goal of the Trump administration, replacing the regime, recreating the success in Venezuela, obtaining a sweeping nuclear deal, or even forcing open the strait, let that land. Trump went to war. The war's stated goals were regime change, nuclear disarmament, and the forced reopening of the strait. The deal delivers a 60-day pause to discuss nuclear issues. That's it. Iran endured the bombing, kept the strait closed for 3 months, extracted a ceasefire extension, and its nuclear program remains intact going into negotiation. In one major win for the US, the strait will reopen with no tolls. That was Trump's public red line. He gets to say he won that. But the deeper strategic picture is more complex. Iran is still there, its nuclear enrichment program is still there, and the 60-day clock starts ticking the moment Trump signs. What happens after 60 days if nuclear talks fail? We could be right back here, except now the world has shown Iran that closing the strait works as lever. What happened to markets when Trump signs? Oil is already down this week on deal hopes from $103 to around $92 to $94. When Trump signs, oil drops further, likely towards $80 to $85 in the first week within 30 days as the strait reopens and 1500 stranded ships starts moving. Oil could go $75 or even $70. At $70 oil, inflation comes down sharply. The Fed gets room to cut rates. Mortgage rates fall. Consumer spending recovers. Stocks rally. Gold, which has been falling during this war, actually surged when the deal is signed. Why? Because a deal means the rate hikes fear ease. Dollar weakens and gold becomes attractive again. JP Morgan has a year-end target of 6,300 for gold. Saudi Arabia, which we covered yesterday, has been cutting rates oil prices to Asia for 2 straight months. Saudi knew this deal was coming. They positioned ahead of it. Here is the bottom line. The deal is real. The terms are confirmed by the Axios, Bloomberg, NBC, Al Jazeera, and the 2 unnamed US officials. Trump is reviewing it from the Situation Room right now. But the war is also real. Ships were attacked this week. Kuwait was hit by an Iranian missile. Chevron has 6 vessels stranded and refuses to pay tolls. This is the most consequential weekend for global energy markets in 2026. When Trump signs, oil falls, inflation eases, and market globally shifts. Watch your news alerts this weekend. The moment Trump signs, everything moves once. Subscribe to Why Alerts. This is exactly why I started this channel.